What do you ban against the Morphling now if you're an Nemiga?
Maybe the PL. Though I kind of feel like the Spirit Breaker, Dark Willow, and the Queen of Pain are okay against him. Is the Monkey King still in the pool? That could be a good one for HYDRA, or something like an Ursa wouldn't surprise me here for HYDRA.
Oh, yeah, the Ursa. Yeah, it's been banned in the second phase twice, but will it get banned now?
I kind of feel like it should. Because the Ursa doesn't care about the Dark Willow. He doesn't care about the Spirit Breaker that much. Because of his ulti, you naturally build into a Diffusal Blade, which is a very important item against the Morphling. So it wouldn't surprise me if they ban it, or if they skip that one, that HYDRA does go for it. But Morphling overall, a really solid pick. Also playing against the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit hates playing against himself, right? And the Morphling, he turns into an Ember, slide of his chains on him, and he can actually bring him down on his own. So I'm liking this Nemiga lineup. Also, the possibility of the Morphling with an Aghanims is something that we should be looking at. HYDRA, they have no ways to close the gap. So I really would like a hero like an Ursa that can actually jump in and finish off a hero, even like a Morphling, just because, let's say if it does come down to the late game, Morphling gets an Aghanims, that damage coming out from the Shadow Realm, it isn't something that HYDRA can deal with.
Well, we still need to wait for one ban each. What does HYDRA want to go up with in the end? Because I do feel like that Ursa pick is nice. It's been banned for a reason in both of those games. And also now we're banning heroes that also been successful in the past and during this course of the series, or outside of that. Faces Void, also looking at those second phase bans where they targeted the midsection too. Though, 10 seconds, gotta make your choice soon. Pick your poison, I guess.
I kind of feel like Nemiga just kind of outplayed HYDRA here, you know? They ban out the Razor, so maybe going for the Troll. The reason why I think so, they ban out the Ursa, so maybe the Troll will come out. The reason why I'm saying this is because if you see a good hero that is gonna lane well against the Spirit Breaker, you just put him on position 5. He lanes really well with the Morphling, and this hero on position 5, he can be quite formidable as well. While your supports are squishy and they come into your jungle, they die. The Spirit Breaker takes 1 or 2 points in Bulldoze, and he's just constantly harassing your carry who can't do anything. So this is just looking amazing for Nemiga. Whatever they decide to do, and the Monkey King will be the hero in the end.
Yeah, very on point with the thought process there. Monkey King ends up being the carry pick for HYDRA. We're looking at our lanes: Beastmaster Lion, Monkey King Disruptor, and then we have the Ember Spirit. How does this Disruptor Monkey King fare against Dark Willow Spirit Breaker? I think we can already start discussing about that.
Well, the thing is, you want to have a hero that is okay 1 versus 1 against the Spirit Breaker, and the Monkey King is there. Why? Because the Dark Willow goes to the side, she pulls the Disruptor to the side, and then just when the Disruptor gets half HP, 70% HP charge, and he dies, right? But then you get a hero that can actually fight the Spirit Breaker in the Monkey King. So both of you stay in the lane, you're not going to be getting yourself in that kind of a position, so the Monkey King actually fares really well against both the Spirit Breaker and the Dark Willow, and what the two of them are trying to accomplish in the lane. So I'm liking this one for HYDRA, at least when it comes to the laning phase.
Yeah, then you also have the long range stun as well. If you see the Spirit Breaker quickly charging off somewhere, Boundless Strike, you can cancel that. You can save a teammate's life with that too. Plus, when you're hiding in the trees, you see the vision come out, especially in daytime, you see the Spirit Breaker showing up. That Boundless Strike will be very important for HYDRA to cancel the Spirit Breaker's effectiveness in engagements. So, yeah, I agree with you. I like the Monkey King pick here, and in total of the laning matchup. But when we're
this
looking
is a Mars
at,
pick for Nemiga, I think.
Could be.
I think this could be a Mars pick.
Support
in
Mars?
my mind. No. A position 3 Mars with the Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, if you put the Spirit Breaker as a 5, true. Well, there's the OD we've been cursing about for quite some time. So, how do we look at this? So, ban score 5 Spirit Breaker, 4 Dark Willow, 3 OD, 3 OD. Chosen one with OD, okay.
Actually, the OD and the Dark Willow are a good matchup, given that you can set up for the Brambles. There are a solid amount of things on the side of HYDRA to stop the Meteor Hammer, but other than the Monkey King, the other ones have to be relatively close until, of course, the Disruptor gets more levels in the Glimpse, which is only later on in the game. So I'm actually liking this from Nemiga. I think from the start they knew what kind of a lineup they wanted to get, and I think they outdid themselves in this one. Hydra's lineup isn't bad, but I'm just a big fan of what the Nemiga have. I kind of see a path to victory for Hydra, being Beastmaster gets off onto a good start. They've pushed the safe lane tower of Nemiga fast, overtake the jungle, and just don't give out any kills to the OD. But the thing is, all of these heroes, they're gonna be hunted so easily, and the late game potential with the Aghanim and the Morphling is just so damn strong that Hydra, as I say, I see a path to victory, but it's gonna be a tough one for sure.
I don't know which way to go here, because the lanes are very different from Nemiga than what I'm kind of expecting here. I want to go with a wildcard draft. I really want to go with Nemiga here because of the OD and the Spirit Breaker and just, you know, add some chaos. You know how much I love chaos and anarchy. So, so I'm kind of rooting for this weird, well, not weird. I mean, it works, but it's not your most traditional draft. But it still works. It totally works. It has everything you need. You just have your supports playing more engagement style, which OD kind of lacks as a +3 hero. You're like, okay, I used my prison. If I use it defensively, we have no way to initiate. But we have a Spirit Breaker for that. We have Dark Willow for that. So I want to say Nemiga. So I'm gonna say Nemiga. So I'm not backing up on my word.
Yeah, okay, so we're on the same page here right now. If we're wrong, we're definitely gonna be looking bad, but who cares? Anyways,
who cares? You look great anyway.
Yeah, I look great. That's why I always have a mirror next to me. If I start feeling bad, I just look to the side, and I'm just kidding. I don't have it, and I'm really sad
a fun
about
fact, actually. 2 years ago, when I was hosting a PUBG, actually not even 2 years ago, I think it was like 1.5 years ago, I was hosting a PUBG tournament, and in the studio we set up, they actually put my own hair monitor. So I could look at my hair from a side angle every time we go live. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. And it was awesome. I was so happy because the producer was like, I have a little surprise for you in the studio. Come and check this out. Come check this out. We went into the studio and my jaw just fell. I was like, man, I got my own monitor. That's so cool.
Guys, don't think that your casters are narcissists. We are not at all. We don't love ourselves at all. And anyways, enough about us, and let's look at the game here. It seems like there's not going to be any fighting here. For
exactly. There's nothing going on.
But Hydra at least get a deep ward out, and I think it wasn't spotted. So this could be a big thing if there are some rotations, and we could see rotations happening towards the mid lane, especially because the Spirit Breaker now, he's not position 3, he's position 5, and we could see Vanscore charging towards the Ember Spirit, and then with this ward, of course, he should be able to dodge it every single time, but Asgold will have to be very careful how he uses that Sleight of Fist to, let's say, dodge the Shadow Strike, and then you get charged up. It's not gonna be the easiest thing for him until he gets more points in Sleight of Fist.
Yeah, yeah. Also, what I was kind of looking at here, I like the OD showing himself that he's going for not only the Meteor Hammer, but an Aghanims. So we get to see the double charges on Astral Imprisonment, but I feel like they really need that extra control / damage too, and it makes his ulti even stronger, which is a threat for, well, every single core in Hydra.
Well, I see the Astral Imprisonment here is just an awesome spell. Not only to set up for the Meteor Hammer, sure, that's nice, but overall, inside of the Wukong's command, inside of the Kinetic Field with a Static Storm, when someone is roared, there's just so many things. And
the hammer goes through the armor.
Hammer?
Yeah, the Sanities and Eclipse.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, but, not the Meteor Hammer.
Anyway, yeah.
Sorry for confusing that for a second.
No. And Nemiga, obviously, they have a lot of saves. The Terrorize, the Astral Imprisonment, it's going to be very tough for Hydra to get any kills here. It's going to come down to, can you burst people fast enough in top lane? We'll see in action. That's very low.
Ooh, almost. If he would have hit that last one, that would have been a kill for sure. Though lives a little bit longer. But yeah, already showing the power of this Dark Willow. Such a great hero to trade at when you're looking at the level 1 engagement.
And Zayt's also seems like he's not a Dark Willow player, playing around the parts where the Dark Willow loves to be, and just so that you can connect onto multiple Brambles. Those Brambles do a lot of damage, but now this Dark Willow might be in some trouble.
Bit of damage here from Dream. There's the prison save. Boundless Strike is available, but that's not going to be enough to kill off this Dark Willow, and that's going to be a salve used. Bit of regen being burnt now on both ends. Still a lot of tangos for Hydra. They've got 7 in total for the spot lane. Quick glimpse into this mid lane too, where Water Rune spawned. Yeah, classic Ember, Queen of Pain. I don't think there's anything too special about this lane. Maybe the Ember Spirit build. Do you go for that 1 point in the Searing Chains? Or do you just max out your shield and your Slave Fist? So we'll see if he decides to go for that 1 value point on the Ember.
I think Flame Guard stays level 2, you max out the Sleight of Fist, and then you take the Searing Chains, unless there is a movement happening that you need to respond to, and then you see that the kill will happen. But he is not gonna take the Searing Chains just for the laning. He's gonna start maxing out the Sleight of Fist right now, and it's probably not gonna stop until it's level 4.
One of this top lane, they are targeting towards the Morphling. The stun does connect. Bit of damage onto the Morphling, but not enough. Even at 500 HP here with a couple stat items brought up. Nemiga bullying Vanscore out of the lane for a moment. Body blocking the hard camp. Making sure they can't get a pull connection. And now with this, the sentry's too far away. So that's not gonna be a D-ward on the easy camp, making Nemiga's laning a bit harder here.
While we were looking at that, the bottom lane, there was a slight action. Hydra and Nemiga kind of clashing there on the bottom lane, and there's not gonna be a kill, but a lot of them getting quite a lot of bruises. And in the end, the Monk King, every single time he gets Astral and the Bramble Mace connects, it's gonna be tough for him. I'm just curious to see what the Dark Willow will go for. I kind of want to see the maxed out Bramble here, but I'm not sure if on level 3 he goes for the Cursed Crown or no.
Now with this is actually going to be the first Beastmaster in this entire series that will go for a Dominator. So we did not see it in Game 1, we did not see it in Game 2.
Finally, we're not going to be seeing a Chen though, so that's probably the reason why the Helm of the Dawn Creep will finally be coming up.
Yeah.
But overall, a very, very even laning phase. Nothing too much happening around the map. Everyone is just farming. The offlaners a bit less than the others. Chosen One kind of struggling, but the OD, you know, this hero doesn't need a ton of CS because he is gonna be getting his Meteor Hammer without the boots very fast anyways. But the top lane, Morphling.
Oh, that's a first blood. I was looking at this bot lane just calmly what's going on, but Earth Spike seems to connect. That's gonna be a kill for Hydra. First blood on the Morphling. And that is also before he gets his Morbid Mask. So he's still gonna have to come back to this lane and feel threatened. A very big kill for Hydra.
I kind of feel like it's his mistake, you know? I felt like this top lane was gonna be a wash ever since he got level 3, level 4 on the Morphling. That's basically when you become unkillable, and he actually had a ton of CS. So it's weird to me that he actually did die, but the bottom lane, there's gonna be an action.
Yep, I'm thinking about the charge on Vanscore. Though this Willow seems to be escaping for now. Not able to connect onto that. Also, when that kill on the Morphling happened in the top lane, Vanscore was going elsewhere. Now he's charging towards top. Muka sees him, but that's still gonna go into Blizz. He actually cancels his charge halfway. So he won't pull through with it. Heavy damage onto this Morphling. Has to use his stick charges. Now he doesn't have them. So if Muka lands a very good Hex and Blizzy is able to connect with some damage, we might be looking at a dead Morphling.
We saw in the mid lane there was a Sonic Wave used, and Asgold barely survived. So, and he did decide to go for the Searing Chains here. Einkrut?
Einkrut could have gotten a kill there, but wasn't in range for his Scream. Was suspecting to get an instant Slate of Fist from the Ember Spirit, so he halted for like 0.3 seconds before he actually cast the Scream. And now he's going to have to forfeit. The action rune goes for Asgold as their vision. Well, at least he's got a double bounty here, so that will give him some charges.
And Asgold actually not skilling up more points in Sleight of Fist. I kind of
Farming build?
weirded out by this. Yeah, he wants to farm, and I guess he won't be using the Sleight of Fist unless he's being charged. Maybe that's the plan. Now he's being charged. That's maybe the only reason he used the Sleight of Fist. Okay, Asgold. He is in some trouble right now. Does have a Remnant back, but this could be a kill.
Yep, charge is still going through. No matter if he loses illusions. Okay, Vanscore doesn't want to reveal himself for now, so I think that's a smart call too. the Ember Spirit probably knows that there's a charge most likely going to be on your top. And that's a really big, you know, mental factor in this game. You can never underestimate the fact that Spirit Breaker might or is not charging me.
Bottom lane, Monkey King used the Boundless Strike, and now that's gonna make sure that Zayas goes down. Ah, this is so sad.
That's an easy pick-off here for the Chosen Ones. It does take some time, and Dream looking for a return kill. Runs out of charges, though. 3 seconds for another prison, and looks like this OD is gonna get killed anyway. So, actually not too bad for Hydra. Even if a kill goes for the OD, Dream picks one for himself.
Yeah, that was Dream definitely calculating that one. I'm gonna use the Boundless Strike. He's gonna come and kill you, and then I'm gonna be finishing off the OD. So Dream, he knew exactly what he was doing, and because of it, they'll get a kill. Obviously, though, this OD, he doesn't want to die, and this bottom lane just not working out that well for the side of Nemiga. I expected them to do better, and I'm just not the biggest fan of the 2 points of Shadow Realm. The Bramble Maze level 2, or even having the Curse Crown on level 3 would have been a much better thing, you know? Just 90 damage bonus, yes, it is 100% more damage from your spell, but you're still not getting out those right clicks. So in my mind, this is a small mistake coming out from Nemiga, but still, these two heroes are definitely going to be a formidable foe, and the Monkey King will probably leave the lane unless Zayas wants to come back to the bottom lane.
Looking at the CS department, it is again pretty fairly being distributed, except for the Beastmaster being up by a little bit. Terminator ready, looking at the Vlads to get being built pretty early on. When we get that Overlord helmet, thinking 16, 17 minutes at this pace, if Blizzy doesn't die, taking that for granted. We're looking at a very dangerous push for Hydra in 10 minutes.
Yeah, we talked about Hydra and their path to victory, and everything is working out for them thus far. The Ember Spirit isn't getting shut down by the Queen of Pain. They've gotten the top tower down. They're gonna be taking the enemy jungle. You can see already that Nemiga are placing a ward. They know what their enemies want to do. Usually, you would be focusing on the bottom part of the map, but you know that you have to keep this top part of the map somewhat safe from the Beastmaster, and you will have to gank him with a smoke, given that he's always gonna have a hawk. So I'm liking the approach from Nemiga, but it's gonna be tough.
At least doing the most important move here is taking control of this top jungle from Kiritich, so that this Morphling can't go in this area, while Nemiga is trying to push this bottom tier 1 tower with the help of the Meteor Hammer. Only getting some slight damage in, though. And of course, this Ops Ward is also showing all of their movements. They have a quick moment to recognize as well if the Spirit Breaker is charging in onto that bot lane too, making it easier for this Disruptor to just place himself behind that tower and have some kind of save. Though this Disruptor is an easy kill if he misplaces him once.
For now, he's not going to be doing it, and Zayat's really doing a beautiful job. This guy is a Treant Protector player, so he knows how to protect towers, and really putting himself in a good spot, but now he has been charged.
The charge is coming in. He's got Glimpse, but I don't think he's going to see it in time. Really down to dumb luck. Yeah, he doesn't get to use it. The cast range is very minimal, and he also has to be on point exactly where he's going to come out from. So, that's going to be a dead Disruptor. There will be a kill from Nemiga. And that might just open up the tower for them. However, what do Blizzy and Newka want to do? Doesn't look like they're ready to push this mid tower yet. They're pinging it, and their location's been drawn out by Nemiga.
Oh, so Ascult, he thinks that defending this bottom tower is more important than getting down the mid lane one. And that might actually be the case. You can't really go into the enemy triangle just yet. You're not that strong. Ascult might be in some trouble. Let's see if it's a perfect Meteor Hammer drop.
It is absolutely perfect. Fantastic landing, but still it's not enough for a kill, and he's out of there. Vanscore was hoping to get some vision, but they don't see him under the tower. And so the Spirit Breaker unable to follow and finish off the job. Syats, however, has TP'd back to bottom. Do they have any other TPs? They have 3. What does he do? He's trying to bait them in. And
here's the line. They want the Morphling kill.
Yep, trying to set that up for it. They got the Static Storm, but do they have enough to glimpse? It's not going to be enough to kill the OD, and the Prison save from the Chosen One. At the same time, Vanscore's also coming in for the charge. Now Hydra's going to end up losing 2 heroes at least in this fight because they're outnumbered, outmanned, outpowered, and the OD lives with 20 HP, so not even a kill.
Oh, that finger, it really did hurt him, but Chosen One in the end does survive. We know how much armor the OD has. We see 9 armor on a hero. You usually expect this hero to be quite squishy, but it's quite the opposite. And the line with his right clicks, he pretty much wasn't doing anything, couldn't finish him off. So in the end, it's a disaster for Hydra that could have been amazing, but the OD and the Morphling not staying close to each other. Chosen One understanding that he can't get close to his Morph, and then this position 1 will always survive. So a very nice move coming out from Nemiga, and Hydra, just a bit of a mistake, puts him on the back foot, at least here on the bottom lane.
Alright, setting up again in mid. Meteor Hammer is there, the root connection too, and this easy kill for Nemiga. I don't think Askold was expecting to take that much hate, but he definitely is being delivered the punishment as he gets everything thrown on top of him.
Yeah, usually with the Ember Spirit, you're like, I can dodge the Meteor Hammer. It's easy, just light a fist. It's never gonna hit me. But these Bramble Mazes from the Dark Willow, they're really making a difference. And that's why I wanted to see it maxed out here from Heaven. Though I'm expecting him to start maxing it right now on the top lane, though. The Spirit Breaker in some trouble, but he will be okay.
Oh, he's even baiting Blizzy here a little bit with that roar. But doesn't want to use it. Well, probably would have been the end of the Spirit Breaker if he actually went through with his ulti. Meanwhile, the Chosen One, he's found Muka. Or Muka has found the OD. I don't know which way this one actually goes because the OD suddenly turns around 180 degrees and out of the store.
Yeah, that ward that was placed on is as soon as their tower dropped is just giving them so much, and they are protecting themselves. But now,
Good night, Heaven. Chosen One does come out with a save, but isn't enough though, because Asphalt right on top of him. Shadow Realm is there. We discussed about this. Does it connect or does it not? Meanwhile, Vanscore takes down Muka with the ulti. Aincrad blinks back to safety. Still no tower damage being dealt. Static Storm onto the Chosen One, but they're so spread it out with Hydra. They need to find something more, and this OD kill looks like he's going to get sandwiched in between the Creep Wave and the Hail Bear. And that's going to be 2 kills for Askold. A tower taken down. Do we still see a quick dive on the Dark Willow? Doesn't look like it. So they're going to be happy, Hydra, with this engagement.
To be honest, after the start of the engagement, I kind of expected to be even cleaner for the side of Hydra, but at least Nemiga get themselves a line, but will be losing 2 and the tower for their trouble. So Hydra, definitely a good job there. Smoke on 2 heroes from the top lane, coming in with 2 as well. And Nemiga, they weren't expecting 5 heroes to be there at that time. They knew that the push was coming, but just didn't respond with enough heroes. And Morphling Kiritich doesn't want to be a part of anything. He wants his Manta, he wants his Aghanims, and that's when they're gonna fight.
Oh, what a blink there from Quap and Blizzy. Has to force the roar onto the Queen of Pain, and Queen of Pain quickly blinking back to safety. Vanscore's also there, but this Spirit Breaker, one of these heroes is going to die. Which one is it? Looks like Vanscore's at least going to be a collateral here. Just providing the vision with the charge, and Aincrad just blinks in for a quick Sonic Wave kill.
Yeah, that roar from the Beastmaster stopped the charge. That's the only reason he survived. He saw the Queen of Pain screaming, and I can scream as well. And then with a manly voice, he turns around and stops the charge of a cow. Imagine the strength of a person who just screams at a cow, a very bloodthirsty one, and the cow just stops. So it's just impressive how Blizzy was able to react there. So Hydra, it looked like they were going to be losing 2.
Yeah, I don't know what they feed these Kyrgyzstani players. That's actually talking about food. I did talk to Muka about what's his favorite food. And apparently in Kyrgyzstan, they have this dish called manti. I also asked which hero would be the best to cook that dish meal, because I'm not sure if you've heard about this. If you've heard about Genghis Khan, for example, his favorite food was made out of stones picked up in the river, and when you rub these or use these rocks to put on top of meat and stuff, they get a different taste to it. It's kind of like it's like a tasty rock, basically. You don't eat the rock, but you take the stuff out of it, and you come up with this food called manti or sumalak, which is the rock which they use for it. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, that actually sounds. When you started off, you're like Genghis Khan. His favorite food was with rock. I was like, what were these guys' teeth made of? But okay.
Yeah, you don't eat the rock. You don't eat
then
the
the
rock.
story started making sense later on. But okay. Anyways, they got the Roche on the side of Hydra, and that's a really big deal considering they took the mid lane and the top lane tower. They had it open, and now Nemiga, they're on the back foot. They can hunt. They might be able to go for some pickoffs here and there with the Willow and this OD, but they will have to wait for the Morphling to get an Aghanim. So Nemiga right now, they will be on the back foot for the next 5, maybe even 10 minutes until they have that Aghanims. And Hydra, they need to use this time to maybe even gank the Morphling because they might be doing good in map control, but in terms of net worth, it's not looking the greatest.
Well, Queen is trying to cut the waves in top, try to slow down this push. We're at 16 minutes, and that's when the Overlord helmet has now taken action for the Beastmaster. And this push, which we talked about almost 10 minutes ago, it's now happening. It's now reality, which Nemiga have to face. So Hydra, they have a very good push with these. And with the Granite Golem, 2.2k HP plus the buff provided for his teammate for that extra HP. These are some very tanky targets for Nemiga to try and kill.
And this is a big one. With taking that tower, the top part of the map is completely out of bounds, and that charge won't do anything. So now Hydra, they have one thing they need to do: take over the enemy triangle, take over the bottom part of, maybe not the triangle, but the bottom part of the map, and they will try to go for it immediately. They need to find a way to get on that part of the map, and they are trying to do so with a fast smoke. This is a solid attempt. Okay, but Aincrad, he doesn't get caught just yet.
Yep, some cowboy two-step there with that glimpse play, a half a meter backwards. They do find the Spirit Breaker, though. Mika's ready to land the stun. And finger to the face. Yep, he wants those stacks.
He got it there. Muka also wanting the Blink Dagger as fast as possible with the Lion, and that's exactly what they're going to be getting. Nemiga, they have to get themselves out, and I'm not sure if you noticed this, but the Ember Spit went for the Yules. Not something that we see on the Ember too often, especially not when there's no Orchid in play, and the only reason for this is remove the Bulldoze.
Oh, they found the OD in the trees, though. Chosen One has got TPs coming in. He needs to teleport out as soon as possible, but Askol's already there, and the chains are there. The stun's connecting, and they will get the kill on the OD. He stayed a little bit too long, and overextending cost his life.
Yeah, you could see him panicking there for a second. He's like, where do I go? Where do you go? Okay, then in the end, he just accepts his death, faces his assailants. And,
looking for a kill on Blizzy. This time he is not roaring the Spirit Breaker. It's going the other way around, and he got the Sonic Wave, and that's a dead Beastmaster. It only takes a matter of seconds for this hero to disappear. Dream,
Glimpse.
the glimpse there, the Static Storm. This Quap's in trouble. Is there anything? The Terrorized save is there, and Queen of Pain is so free. I'm gonna take a kill on Syant with the help of Muka, or Heaven in this case. Oh my goodness. It should not have gone that way.
Kaya and Sanjin, suddenly this guy is unkillable. Inside of the Static Storm with the Wukong's command, just so many monkeys surrounding him, slapping him around, and he still doesn't even take half of his HP in damage. Man, this Queen of Pain is strong, but the Monkey King not having any damage items, I guess that's the problem. Now Dream, he understands the problem, goes for the death.
Set up in bottom, Chosen One wants to get one quick kill. There's nothing Ascol can do, and Lion is a goner. Lion's Blink is also still stuck on the Courier. Didn't get it. At least he has it.
It's gonna be waiting for him. Yeah, it's gonna be waiting for him when he's alive. But coming back to that Monkey King, and he is going for a Deso. Deso is the item you get on the Monkey King when you're lacking damage, right? Usually with this hero, you want to survive. Here, you're thinking BKB is gonna be enough, and I need to kill these heroes. So Dream, let's see if he can make it happen here on the bottom lane.
Heaven is also ready. There's the Boundless Strike to jump in and straight into a Root Banish. And Zayats is also here. BKB pop by the Monkey King. Looking for the quick kill on this OD. Hacking away, slapping away, and make sure he gets that one. Heaven in the trees, rooted up with the chains. Shadow Realm up in 1 second. Not gonna get to use it.
One thing that we didn't really touch upon on the draft, we did touch upon the vision that the Beastmaster gives, but not the one that the Monkey King gives you. And having the glimpse, Hydra are really utilizing it well. Sure, there on the Queen of Pain, they weren't able to get the kill, but now when they have multiple heroes in the bottom lane, they'll be able to do it. And they've overtaken the enemy triangle very early on in the game, which will hinder Kiritich's farm. So he needs the Saganims as fast as possible because his team right now, they do need help.
Looking at a Desolator now for the Monkey King too, so Hydra can get that push even faster. in their way. But what's this Morphling shape? We haven't really touched Heritage for quite some time. That Aghanims is getting closer by the minute. And Manta Aghanims, is this the build to win the game?
He will be needing a defensive item after it as well. So he's looking for a Lincoln's. I kind of feel like BKB might be needed more.
Oh, look at this mid setup though.
What he does.
HYDRA coming in from the trees, setting themselves for the push. Nemiga hiding in the trees for a moment as well on the other side of this tower. In the trees too. He reveals himself in Manscore. Goes for the quick charge, but he dodges the initial damage. Still no full break, and another Glimpse trying to get the kill in the Spirit Breaker. Will get this one on Vanscore. BKB though, maybe a little premature here. The Sonic Wave from the side is a kill for Nemiga with Aincrad, and they've got the prison. They've got the setup onto the backline, but who is it? They've got Ascot. He dodges it this time. He's not going to be caught by it. Zayas is also in trouble. Goes for the TP out. He's able to dodge it while Ascot is buying some time, but still with a buyback from this Spirit Breaker. That means Ascot's going to fall. 500 gold for this Morphling. And with that, it does seem like it balances out a little bit for Nemiga.
Yeah, it's a beautiful response from them. They know that at some point they have to fight. Letting go of all of your outer towers will hurt you. When you get up to your timing, you just won't be able to find the fight. So now this is kind of their last stand. If Nemiga start losing this fight, they would have used as many buybacks as they could to keep this tower alive and keep the Morphling alive, who really wasn't the target of that fight. So I really like what they did. They finally make a stand, and it's gonna be successful. With just one buyback, they take down 2 heroes and the Aghanims and the Morphling. It will be done. So HYDRA, they are still ahead. They're still controlling the most of the map. They have better vision, but the Morphling and the Queen of Pain are topping the network chart, and the farm distribution is better on the side of Nemiga.
We also got a bit of packet loss issues, which are pretty nasty when you think about when you're comparing lag and packet loss. You can't see half the animations. You might be missing audio cues during a team fight. There are also dreadful things that can happen. But yeah, we're still not good to go on Nemiga's end. So 21 minutes played with a pretty even score line, at least in terms of economy and kills. Actually, the graphs themselves are also agreeing that it's a pretty even game. But how do we look at this as a whole picture? Because I feel like this isn't really defining this game right now at 21 minutes. I feel like we need to wait at least like 10-15 minutes to see some decisive action.
Well, I think that the Monkey King has no chance against the Morphling. I don't know how well you're acquainted with the Animal Kingdom, but monkeys, they really hate water. And let's say in zoos, you don't really have to put them in an enclosure, you just put water around them. So I don't think that the Monkey King is going to be doing that well against the Morphling himself. That's a problem for him. I don't know how he's crossing this river, but maybe it's just not that deep. No, but still a big wave like a Morphling, that's something that he's going to be afraid of.
Yeah, it's a bit of difficulties here for sure when you look at it from that perspective. But I agree, I guess. I'm still kind of curious about this Aghanims here because we do have the double Spirit Breaker charge combo for Nemiga. Is it too memey? But I guess you can still make it work. I mean, I've seen Morphling Spirit Breaker lineups and even Morphling Earth Spirit lineups look like, wow, this is just nuts, and it works so well.
You have a few heroes with which the Morphling works really well when he gets an Aghanims. The best one, obviously, the Shaker, Sand King.
Shaker, Gyrocopter, Sand King, yeah.
Spirit Breaker, and the Dark Willow. Yeah, but you're usually not gonna have a Gyro on your side, right? We're just looking at the Aghanim Scepter one. So those four do come to mind. But I think this time he turns into the Dark Willow. I think that's just gonna be impossible damage to deal with on the side of the HYDRA. It's what makes Morphling OP, right? Turning into a Spirit Breaker, it is a possibility, but I think it's most likely gonna be the Dark Willow that he's using here because that damage it's just insane, and no one on the side of HYDRA, they're not good at jumping onto him. They're just gonna have to run away, and these supports, they die in 3 hits. It's not like they'll be able to get too far.
Well, it is looking dreadful for HYDRA for sure, because this Beastmaster push, the effectiveness is obviously going to wane out, it's going to draw out, and Nemiga is going to keep on getting stronger and stronger with their cores. 5-man smoke, HYDRA recognizes that they need to make something happen to hit their timing. They're going to go for a wraparound.
They're going around and they're taking the right path. Take the high ground and stay there. Don't go anywhere further. They will lead the charge, and Minecraft might get caught.
There we go. Well, they got the Blink Hex on the Quap. They're going to get the stun on the OD. Won't be able to save a charge from Vanscourt. Does connect onto 2. And the machine gun is already being applied from the back lines with Kiritich and with Heaven. King Ulti used. 2 kills for HYDRA. Still not the biggest kill. At least the Queen of Pain is a huge one. Does that be enough? It's not even enough for Roshan.
This is literally them letting dust off their hands, like, okay, these guys are easy, you know, because that was just perfect execution from HYDRA, right?
Yep.
They jump on the Queen of Pain, perfect guy to jump on, and they find the OD, and now that is that vision coming into play. They see both of those heroes, and then they can line, because I'm going for the Queen of Pain, and Blizzy, he immediately understands, I have one target I need to focus on, and that's the guy that's gonna make the save.
Yep.
So they catch the OD, and then the Queen of Pain easily goes down. If the Astral comes out there, it's not looking like an easy fight for HYDRA, but it just goes to show it's not going to be an easy path for them to win this game. They always have to play those fights well, but at least the vision will allow them to do so.
This will come in handy.
Roshan has now spawned, so our full timer is up. Shards available. Aegis is there for the taking. HYDRA is going to be looking towards that Roche Pit direction. Nemiga, though, they have all of their heroes up. There's no Monkey King ulti. Do they contest this?
They just don't have the map control necessary to go over there. I think it's safer for them to stay on the backlines, but HYDRA, their lineup from start to finish, they're playing it exactly as they wanted. So Nemiga, they really need to make something happen at some point in this game. They'll go for a smoke, but it's way too late. And HYDRA, they'll already take the high ground before Nemiga can come there.
Science is also in position, but they're still smoked up nearby. Nemiga still feel like they want to take this fight. Very dangerous waters for them right now. The Granite Golem is there. The vision from Dream is there. And this should be a disaster for Nemiga. Or is it? Gonna find the Spirit Breaker kill at least onto the backline. Muka, 10 HP with the Lion. Gets hit by the Shadow Strike and finally kills off the Lion, who will not be coming back to the fight unless he buybacks, which he does. And 2 heroes gone from Nemiga at the same. So they will reset themselves, but HYDRA, they want to keep looking for more. They want to make sure they get something out of this buyback from their Lion. And they found themselves the Morphling. The stun comes out from the Sharp, but the Shadow Realm will keep Kiritich alive. They will wait for him himself to safety, but Dream is still high on his heels. Can he catch this Morphling? Doesn't feel like he wants to dive under this tower directly. So with that fight coming to a close, that is a 2-for-1 with a buyback on the Lion.
The Dark Willow now has that Aghanim shard, and the Cursed Crown with the shard really is very, very strong, but it seems like Nemiga just don't have the lockdown necessary for the Morphling to do the damage. They need to get a lockdown on December Spirit, but with that Yules, he's keeping himself alive, and once the BKB comes out, it's gonna be even easier for him. HYDRA, with itemization, with movements, with understanding what their opponents want to do, they're just doing a perfect job in this one. And Kiritich, he is the strongest hero in this late game, but will he ever get a chance to dish out the damage? Well, that's a question. HYDRA, they will leave him for last. And when he is alone on the map, he will still be an easy grab. I'm loving how well HYDRA are playing, how composed they are, and going high ground, that's gonna be a different beast, but for now, they're really doing a solid job.
Well, they got to keep it up, though, because they also recognize the threat of what happened a couple minutes earlier when it felt like their push has come to a halt. They are getting these kills, they are getting pickoffs, but the push has been slowed remarkably, and it really feels like Nemiga are catching a glimpse. They're getting a hold of this game as long as it keeps on going further and further away, because if we unleash this Morphling, like we've already discussed, the combinations we can get with this Aghanims, then we got a couple items on top. We're looking at E-Blade. We're looking at the Link and Save, too, for the Morphling. And now already with a Spirit Breaker, he can just move around globally around the map, farming, increasing himself, and making himself bigger. HYDRA are still stalling and holding and just hoping for an opening.
They want to make sure that the only one farming on the side of Nemiga is this Morphling. If the Queen of Pain gets super strong and super tanky, he can actually stay in front and tank long enough for the Morphling to do the damage. So they want to make sure that the Morphling is the only one farming, and they're doing that by only allowing the triangle to their enemies. So that's
right under a ward inside the jungle. They spot him on the edge of vision. And that's right. They thought that it was a middle ward, but they will most likely find this one. So Nemiga, they have to take advantage of it too.
Nemiga, they should push forward now as well. Given that one hero is dead, they should know that they are stronger. Take down the mid lane tower and then go back into your jungle. And with this TP of the Queen of Pain, that's not gonna be that easy to do. And this is just the strength of HYDRA, constantly pushing in the top lane and always getting some info where Nemiga heroes are.
So a bit of vision applied into mid. They quickly catch a glimpse of a Dream. See that the Monkey King is moving around inside their jungle. Heritage will be the front line currently for the team. He's finished his Linken's, now making his way towards E-Blade. What's your opinion on E-Blade in this game? The right choice?
Yes, he needs to destroy a hero in a second because the chase from Nemiga is great. Whoever starts to win the fight is gonna be winning until the end because Nemiga, if they start running away, the glimpse, if HYDRA lose a hero and start running away, they can chase them with the double charge. One from the Spirit Breaker, one from the Morphling. So I'm liking the idea of just bursting down a hero, but a smoke from HYDRA, they might be invading.
They know exactly what's going on. Van Score quickly getting rooted, but still no vault happening here. Where's the Willow? The Willow when the Anchor is going in for a crazy good jump, but the Roar is there, and they will lose one hero. Now gotta be careful is Heritage. Morphling being chased up by the entire team of HYDRA, and here comes Heaven, tries to save his ally, gets the Terrorize through, and Heritage will get fingered to the face, and Muka will make sure that they get the kill on the Morphling. And now with the Morphling and the Quap dead, the Nemiga are in trouble.
Yeah, they don't have the glyph either. That's something that HYDRA definitely know. The glyph was used a minute and a half ago, and you have a Beastmaster lineup with the Monkey King who has a Deso. You're losing a lane of racks right now for sure, maybe even more. Also, the Terrorize was used from the Dark Willow, so Nemiga putting a lot of emphasis on saving that Morphling, but HYDRA is finding a right way to go into the enemy jungle, into the triangle, and they get a beautiful fight going their way. Nemiga, the way that started, there was just no way that they were gonna win that one.
Very difficult angles need to be found here. Odin does have his Aghanims. Is it going to be enough for Nemiga here? 20 seconds. They're going to have to sack the mid-racks. BKB now also on the Beastmaster. So Magic immunity with the Roar. Dream also bullies the Chosen One a little bit as they finish off the melee and the range racks from mid. And now it's a 10,000 gold lead for HYDRA. The graph has definitely changed a lot in the last 9 minutes.
I think Chosen One is definitely gonna be regretting the choice to go for the Aghanim Scepter over the Blink Dagger, because he just hasn't been able to make those saves in crucial fights. Now Nemiga are on the back foot, and they go for a smoke because they know they have to get some vision out on the map, but if they're running into an enemy trap, it's gonna be disastrous. They can't even overtake their triangle, but if they kill Zayas, they can go for the chase.
Goes for the quick static storm at least, but that is an ulti force, and the Glimpse Tube is a save, and Van Score is going to be caught off here. They will get the kill on him, will go for the buyback, the finger will be used as well. The Chosen One, and they finally did 2 kills, but they also got 2 kills on the other side. And with the buyback on the Spirit Breaker too, they're going to get the jump with the Heritage as well. Now Skull's trying to get some damage as well. He's going in with the Slit of Fist, and forcing Heritage away. Einkrad, he's also running, and he's got backup coming in from the back as well. Dream needs to be careful here. Skull's going to get hit by the ulti from the Spirit Breaker. But look at the damage from this Ember Spirit! Absolutely massive nuke from Askold and Nemiga with their buybacks. It feels like it's just a waste of time in a sense because they just bought in and they died right away. And HYDRA, they're not letting go of this.
And all 3 of their cores are alive. Again, there is no glyph. They have a siege creep. HYDRA, they don't have to stop if they don't want to. This Monkey King is just so damn tanky right now. 3,000 HP, 3.5 make it. And with the Ancient Granite Golem, of course, giving him more HP. And this tower, it's gone. As well as the Raxus and Nemiga, they went out of the base. They knew that they couldn't wait. But Zayas just survived a charge from the Morphling. That's something that you just can't allow to happen. And now this just...
Another blink goes in for the Sonic Wave, tries to get a kill quickly happening, but the Roar connects on the Morphling, and Heritage is dead for 70 seconds. That should be game with the jump onto Einkar, but they also have him down. And that means at the end for Nemiga here. And HYDRA have pulled themselves together. Very, I don't know, they just communicate well, they connect really well, and just find the better team fights.
I saw these guys playing the open qualifier, and I loved the lineup. I was like, these guys could go somewhere. And to be honest, every single series that I'm watching them, they're playing better and better. And Nemiga, they might have won the first game, and this one I loved their draft. I still do. They had great ideas, but the execution from HYDRA is just amazing.
Chosen One inside the bubble. Vanscore trying to save him there, but the stun connects from Nuka. The finger to the face and will take down the Chosen One, and Quap also comes to the buyback. They've got the ulti from Vanscore, connecting onto Ascot. He's low on mana, but he's still going to use to save himself and buy some time. They also got the Bedlam, but it doesn't do anything to Dream at this point, and this Monkey King is having a party. That's a triple kill. Gets the last of Nemiga in their defense, and HYDRA are looking to close out this series here and right now. Even after losing the first map against Nemiga, HYDRA pulled themselves together, got the series tied up. We got a three-map series like we discussed at the start of the day. And exactly that, his character is slowly dying as he's crumbling his way back to the fountain. Not going to be enough. Einkrad pops his BKB, but he will also call the GG call. Nemiga tap out, and HYDRA make the comeback and reverse it.
Panda, I have to say, this might be the shortest game that we had in this series, but it's definitely the closest one, right? Definitely. You could always see the path to victory from Nemiga. It wasn't like it was one-sided, but HYDRA, they were controlling the map better, they had better vision, and they used it to their full advantage. Nemiga, despite choosing some fights well, without a lot of towers on the map, you just cannot attack your enemies, and HYDRA, they get a win. Very nicely done coming out from them. I'm actually really impressed by how they are improving, right? They might have had some problems in the first game, but now Blizzy, we were talking about his Magnus, but his Beastmaster is definitely a force to be reckoned with. 9, 1, and 18, a definite MVP for me, because his vision and his control of the map is what won the game for HYDRA, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, I was a bit worried about the way that they were getting put, like the slowness of their push at the end when they got the Overlord helmet up on the Beastmaster. It looked like, okay, Nemiga is getting an idea of the game. They're getting, okay, a good team fight for them, but still held onto the whole package and never actually gave a feeling that they were threatened during the course of this last game. And I believe in a team growing throughout the series. So when we look at all the way at the start, we looked at Blizzy having the hardest Magnus game he's probably had in weeks. And the recovery story for him, having a great Kunkka game in game 2, 9-1-18 with the Beastmaster here in the third game, a redemption story, in a sense, because it really wasn't his fault at any point, but still, we talked about the mental pressure that he has, that he's feeling very threatened about not having a great game to start the series off with, and it really wasn't your fault, but you were just being shut down. The enemy played better, the opponent played way much better. So seeing this come to a close towards the end, HYDRA are doing what they've been doing for the last 1.5 months. They started off weak, a new team, trying to figure out their strengths, trying to figure out their weaknesses, and they keep on coming better and better and better from series to series.
Yeah, it's just amazing. And coming back to Blizzy and the pressure that we were talking about that he had in the first game, now he was like, guys, I want to be the one applying the pressure. Give me a hero that does that, and he gets a Beastmaster first pick. And with the first pick hero, you just do so well. They even got the kill in the lane against the Morphling. I think that's a bit of a mistake from Nemiga, but overall, HYDRA, just a standout performance coming out from them, understanding from start to finish what their draft is good at, and never really dropping the ball in this one, despite the pressure kind of maybe getting to them at one point, considering that the Morphling might have been getting way too strong at some point. But HYDRA, they knew exactly when and how to strike, and I have to say I'm impressed.
I'm also impressed. I really like the capability that they've brought here. I still feel like Nemiga actually have a fair shot at the days to come, because they've been showing their, I think a mediocre way of playing Dota. They've had some good laning stages. I feel like they could still make it, like, they're not afraid to bring out these different types of drafts, like we're talking this time. Spirit Breaker, Dark Willow, a bit of flexibility in their draft too, because we don't really see, like, okay, is this a 3 Spirit Breaker, is it a 4 Spirit Breaker? Are we putting it safely as a safe lane support, like Vanscore usually also does, that he plays the 5 Spirit Breaker? So I think with this intuition and this I forgot the other word what I was looking for here, but intuition, I think, is what really describes Nemiga here. I believe that they're going to get better as time passes. Just need to give them a bit more extra time.
Yeah, with Nemiga. I loved how they approached this draft. In my mind, that's the way that Tier 1 team approaches the draft. They knew exactly what they were gonna get, how they were gonna get it. Maybe there could have been a bit better bans coming out from Hydra, but they made it happen with Nemiga. Just in my mind, having a better one there, and also setting it up perfectly in the end. As you said, they had the flexibility, and even with the Monkey King, like he's gonna destroy the Spirit Breaker. Nah, we're gonna do it better. But again, execution from Hydra, it was better. They had a pretty straightforward draft, and they made it work. But I like what you said about Nemiga, and I think we're gonna be seeing more from them, given that they played really well against the IS Rejects, which are definitely one of the favorites to win this Division 2, and against Hydra, who for now are gonna be 2-0 with only one game lost, and now it's gonna be to Nemiga.
Well, it's going to be a couple days break. On Thursday, we continue with Gambit versus V Gaming. That will be cast by, I think, Robin Roll and Wingblade. So we, with T-Panda and Harry Freak, I hope you guys have enjoyed. We shall return on Friday, once again, with the mainstream preview from the lower division. Windstrike versus Fantastic Five, and of course, our own production with Bait versus Hydra. So 2 great series from us on Friday. However, enjoy the other regions and Division 1 and Division 2 action that is available, because we're at week 2. There's so much more Dota to watch. But thank you for tuning in today. We've had a blast. We've had a really fun time here with Harry Freak. You got any last words, any last thoughts on your mind about East Europe or something else, Harry?
I'm really gonna miss looking at myself in the stream until Friday, so I guess we'll end it with that, Panda.
Yeah, we'll end it with that. The hair gods will close out the stream. So thank you everybody for tuning in today. We will see you on another day on Friday from our case. So take care of yourselves and bye bye.